Good morning, children. In my previous video, I have explained you the summary of this poem, that is chapter 9, The Rainbow Fairies. We have learnt about two clouds, that they were moving freely in the sky in one summer day. And what happened? They were moving so fast that they bumped their heads, they banged their heads, and they got hurt. And they started crying. And when they were crying, what happened? Tears roll out from their eyes, and it started to feel that it is raining. So the old father son, he looked at them and he said, please don't mind, my dears, I will send beautiful fairies to you. They will dry your falling tears. And after that, what happened? 7 fairies, beautiful little fairies, they came out. And how? They came one by one in a row, in a pretty row. And how were they coming, First violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red in a row. And one by one, they wiped the tears of the clouds with their gowns. And then children, the sun rays are coming out from the sun in a straight line. So in those lines, the fairies, they hung their gowns to dry as they were wet. Why? Because they were wiping the tears of the clouds. So this was a very beautiful poem given in your book. So today we are going to do the book exercise. So let's start. First is reading comprehension. You have to match the columns to complete the sentences. So first one is, the poem is about, what do you think? Rain and rainbow. 2 children who bumped their heads. 2 clouds bumped their heads. Old father son, whom did he send? He sent 3 fairies to dry the clouds' tears. And the fairies, what did they do? They made a pretty row. And gowns were hung on a line of sunbeams. Children, you have read the poem, so you can do this on your own. Now answer these questions. What did the 2 little clouds do one summer day? So we have read that they were flying in the sky and suddenly they moved so fast that they bumped their heads. So how will you start the answer? Children, from the question only you have to take half answer. Like you can start from here. The 2 little clouds went, now write the answer, okay? Went flying through the sky one summer day. Now list the colors of the gowns the fairies wore. So you can start from here. The fairies wore violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red gowns. Question number 3. How many fairies did old father son send? So you can start answer from here. Old father son, okay? Old father son sent 7 fairies. What did the fairies do when their gowns at the end, with their gowns at the end? So start writing answer from the fairies. The fairies hung their gowns on the lines made by the sunbeams. And what do you think was made in the sky, children? When all the 7 fairies, they stand in a row, in a line, what happened? Then 7 colors are also there in the sky. So rainbow was made in the sky. Or you can write a rainbow was made in the sky, okay? Now between the lines. Vibgyor is the short form for all the colors of the rainbow. As I have told you, V for violet, I for indigo, B for blue, G for green, Y for yellow and O for orange and R for red. So what you have to do, you have to make any 4 words from Vibgyor. Like for example, big, B-I-G. What else you can make, children? O-R, or. Okay, then by is a preposition here. So see, first I have written here go, go. Then I have written C, boy, boy. Then rig, rig. Then bio, bio, bio. Then ivy, it is a plant, ivy plant, and then ivory. So children, if you find more words, you can write. Enjoying the poem. Rhyming words. Children, I have explained you rhyming words when I was explaining the summary of the poem. So look at these sets of words. All of them are from the poem only. You have to take the sets that rhyme. Sky, cry. Yes, it is a rhyming word. Said, folk. No, they are. When I'm saying said, the sound is coming and folk, ko sound is coming. So they are not rhyming words. Deer's tears. Obviously, they are rhyming words. Indigo, row. Yes, it is also a rhyming word. Indigo, row. O sound is coming at the end. Now, away and made. They are two different words. They are not making rhyming words. Now, writing. Complete the story using the pictures as clues. See children, if you will not read this story, then also you can complete it. How? Because pictures are given, only you have to see and write the answer, like this is a hut or house, this is cloud, this is umbrella, this is lake. Okay, but let us read it to make it more interesting, and we will learn the story also. Mrs. Paul was on her way back home when it started to rain heavily. See children, we were thinking it is a cloud, but here we have to write rain heavily. She immediately opened her umbrella. It was raining so hard that there were water all over the road. You see, when you will read the story, then you will get the correct answer. Otherwise, here what will you write? You can write lake also, river also, pond also, but here we have to write water. Mrs. Paul walked carefully, trying to avoid the water. Just then, a car raced past her, splashing the dirty water. A few children watched this and see what are they doing? They are laughing. So laughed. Mrs. Paul felt, see children, if anyone will laugh on you, how will you feel? Obviously bad. Okay. So what do you think? Do you think the children were right in laughing at Mrs. Paul? So share your views in class. All of you can share that if you were in place of these children, would you have laughed? Or would you have helped her in cleaning her dress? Or would you say her something? Would you talk to Mrs. Paul? What would you have done? Okay, you have to tell, and you have to also tell that whether they have done right or wrong, whether they should laugh or not. So children, I hope you have understood this the book exercise, and I have explained you the summary also. If you want to check the summary again, you can check my last video. That's all for today children.